What's up, Bulldogs? Today I wanted to talk about one of the most valuable skills that I have learned in my life. And it's not something that I practice all the time, but I try to practice it as often as possible. And it is turning enemies into friends. And what an opportunity that exists when someone is negative to you, or someone's mean to you, or someone is acting in a way that you don't really appreciate. Many times the answer is just to ignore them, and I think that's a fine answer. But many other times you have a real opportunity here, because if someone cares enough about you to say something nasty to you, they probably are a person who is already invested in you. And that's a lot easier to convert than a person that cares nothing about you. A person that cares nothing about you is less likely to become a friend, or less likely to become friendly to you than someone who actually attacks you, because that person is invested. And so as far as how do you do this, the best thing to do is to really not be defensive. Instead, being inquisitive, asking questions. Hey, if you're in an argument with your wife, I can guarantee you that the best thing you can possibly do when she accuses you of something, or says something to you that might be a little bit off color or off-putting, is to, instead of defending yourself, just start asking some questions. Ask some questions about how she feels or why she feels that way, and you're going to get a much better response. But I have used this a lot of times in my life. There's plenty of people who started out as antagonists or enemies of mine who have become some of my greatest supporters, and the reason why is because very few people do this. How often, if you think about it yourself, do you attack someone potentially, and then they turn around and give you a positive response, and they're actually kind to you in response? The people that you think are your enemies can actually become your friends, because sometimes the reason why people would say something, and I think perhaps in this gentleman's case, is that he saw something about myself that I didn't see. He saw that I was starting to become a fraud, that I was starting to become someone who's not as genuine and authentic. And in that way, I let him down. In that way, I've let myself down. In that way, I've let other people down. And he was able to see that. And that's what probably made him upset about. So it gave me an opportunity. It gave me an opportunity to see that and to change some of those things. And that's what I've been trying to do with these videos here and changing the business. And I got to tell you, this business model is not the best one. It's not super profitable at this point, but I do believe in it. I do believe that being authentic and genuine in a time of inauthenticity is an important thing. So the next time that someone says something nasty to you, instead of responding back with something nasty, instead of just ignoring them, maybe try reaching out. Maybe try seeing if there's some way that you could help them. Maybe try responding with a kind response. Don't be a pushover. Don't self-deprecate, don't backpedal, but ask some questions. Find out a little about them, invest a little bit in them, and see if you can't turn a friend or an enemy into a friend. If you want some advice on these type of life lessons and mindset skills, definitely click the link down below and join the Bulldog Mindset membership, where I have over 200 lessons now on personal development, everything from finances to making money, to getting women in relationships, to fitness, pretty much everything that you need in order to really become the masculine man that you want and to grow yourself. If you got a question for me, you can always email me at john@bulldogmindset.com, and I'll see you tomorrow.